Hey, this is Bed Rest Coach Darlene Turnerly, and I'm here today to ask you just one simple question. Do you, mamas on bed rest, have linguini legs? Now you're probably thinking, what the heck is she talking about, linguini legs? You know what I'm talking about. You look down at your legs as you're laying there on bed rest and you think, gosh, I used to be a runner, or I used to do aerobics or Pilates, and my legs were just so toned and fit. And now you look at them and they look like linguini. Or perhaps you're laying there and you might have your knees up or bent just a little bit, and you notice the skin on your thighs is kind of rolling down onto the mattress, pretty much like, socks with no elastics kind of roll down and pool around your ankles. It's linguini legs. And it's really common for women who are on prescribed bed rest. What's happening is as you're laying there on bed rest over the days and weeks and months, your legs, the muscles in your legs, and even the skin to an extent, are losing tone. And they're essentially atrophying, meaning they're kind of wasting away a little bit. So you might notice that your once really shapely thighs are now kind of smaller, don't have as much definition, and it's kind of like, oh, all my hard work. It can be very discouraging because you're on bed rest, you know that you're doing exactly what you need to be doing to preserve your pregnancy, and yet you're looking at your body going, ugh, or perhaps maybe your legs don't look so bad, but you stand up to go to the bathroom and you feel like you have no leg strength, that you can barely stand, and for sure that, 10 feet to your bathroom feels like 10 miles. It's linguini legs. And I want to talk to you about a way to control linguini legs. It's with doing bed rest fitness exercises. Now again, I have my little setup here for the bed, and this week on Friday, March the 11th, we're going to have a promo showing you some basics of bed rest exercises. What you'll need is your pillows, as I have here. I always recommend a body pillow, especially if you've been instructed to lay on your left side or to stay off the inferior vena cava, which is on your right side, and then an exercise band. This is a red one. It's kind of a medium resistance. Typically, I recommend people use either a yellow or a tan, which are very light resistance or no resistance at all, actually. But with these, they'll allow you to do active as well as passive movements. So many women think, well, I have an incompetent cervix. My doctor told me not to put any weight on my pelvis. No problem. We're going to show you how to position yourself in the bed and to use your exercise band to assist your legs with the movements and to be able to get some stimulation and some strengthening back in those leg muscles. At the same time, you'll be using your arm muscles, getting a little arm toning in there. But what typically happens is I'll hear women say, well, I'm on bed rest. I can't do anything. My doctor told me not to do anything. But did your doctor often say, well, wiggle your toes or move your legs around, and then give you no other instructions? You have no idea what you need to be doing. Again, tune in for our free webinar this Friday, March the 11th at 11 a.m. Central Standard Time, and we'll show you just how to wiggle your toes, just how to move your legs, how to do it assisted with the bands, how to prop yourself up with the pillows. And the best thing of all, it's free. Absolutely free. No cost to you. Only thing you'll need is to be able to have a webcam so that you can see what I'm doing and that I can see how you're doing. But it's great. You'll be able to talk to me. You'll be able to ask questions. You'll be able to say, hey, do I hold my hands this way or this way? Do I keep my wrists a certain way? And we're going to talk about some of those basics of exercise that can make it a really successful experience for you, mamas on bed rest. Join me Friday, March the 11th, 2011 at 11 a.m. Central Standard Time. It's a lot of 11, I know. But we're going to go over the basics of bed rest exercising. We're going to talk about pillow propping. We're going to talk about using your bands. We're going to talk about active versus passive movements. And we're going to get rid of linguini legs and noodly arms. You want to have some muscle bulk to your arms. Not that I'm so buff, but anyway, just a little bit of musculature. You want to have your legs stimulated. If nothing else, you want to be able to get to the bathroom without feeling like you're going to fall on your face. This is important stuff because the longer you are on bed rest, the more your muscles will waste and atrophy and the weaker you're going to become. I've talked to several women who are like, well, I'm going to do whatever it takes to preserve my pregnancy. Absolutely. We don't at all want you to lose your pregnancy. That is not the point of this. We are not marathoners here. We're not bodybuilding. We're simply stimulating the muscles, keeping them active so that when you do need to deliver, hey, let's think you could actually deliver, have some musculature to be able to push your baby out rather than maybe have to be induced and have a C-section. Let's think about the fact that when you have your baby, you'll be able to hold your baby and not be so weak that you can only hold your baby for short amounts of time before you have to put them down. Let's talk about the fact that, yes, you can get to the bathroom, but maybe you can walk over and see your baby if they're not immediately next to your bed. Maybe they're just down a little bit, but to have that strength to be able to get up and to stand up on your own and go see your baby and play with your baby. And heaven forbid, although it may happen if your baby is in the neonatal unit, to be able to go and stand and be by your baby, strong and supportive. So we're going to do these exercises. We're going to go over the basics. Nothing fancy, nothing strenuous, just the basics to get you going so that you can be at your best. Mama's on bed rest. We don't want linguini legs. Linguini is an entree. It's not a state for your body. You want to be strong, you want to be healthy, you want to be toned, you want to be functional. And that's what we're here to do for you. So join me on Friday, March the 11th at 11 a.m. Central Standard Time. That'll be noon if you're on the East Coast. It'll be 9 a.m. if you're on the West Coast. I don't know Mountain. I'm not sure where that falls. But join me. Mama's on bed rest. And we're going to go over the basics of bed rest exercise. Want to sign up? All you have to do is send an email to info@mamasonbedrest.com and we'll get you signed up. There's nothing else you need to do. Tune in with a webcam. We'll get you going. Again, that's info@mamasonbedrest.com and say, hey, I want to get the basics of bed rest exercise. We're here for you. You don't even have to worry about having an exercise band this time. We're just going to go on the basics. If you want to get one, great. We have them on our website in the shop department on our Amazon store. If you don't have one, you can even just get a towel, a long towel, and we'll show you the basics of active and passive movements. But join me this Friday, March the 11th, 2011 at 11 a.m. Central Standard Time for the basics of bed rest exercise. I promise you, we're not going to put any pressure on your cervix. We're not going to do anything strenuous. We're just going to talk about the basics, getting comfortable in bed, using the bands, active and passive movements. And the best thing of all, it's totally free for you, mamas on bed rest. So that's it from me, bed rest coach Darlene Turnerly, and I hope you'll join me on this Friday for the basics of bed rest exercise. Remember, be strong, no linguini legs. Linguini is an entree, not a state for your body. That's it. Take care. Bye-bye.